Did you know the LinkedIn ad strategy that worked just last year is now dead, and there's a new type of ad most people don't even know exists that's replaced it? You want to use LinkedIn ads to book sales calls, but costs have skyrocketed, cold offers are getting ignored, and the old click my ad and then immediately book a call approach isn't landing anymore. Well, I've managed over 6 million in LinkedIn ad spend for over 100 businesses, and after witnessing a huge shift in the way LinkedIn ads work over the last year or so, I found a new thought leader ad strategy that's now booking us calls at around about $200 each. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact campaign setup, the content hacks that make these ads actually convert, and the secret extra step that most people skip that will cut your cost per call in half. But first, let me show you why the old way died and what's replaced it. So a couple of years ago, I was running a really dead simple campaign. Basically, someone clicks on the ad, they land on a page, and then they're prompted to book a free call. And it cost me roughly £180 per call. We closed 1 in 5, ROAS was over 10x. It was genuinely a money printer. But here's the problem, we couldn't handle that volume operationally, so I had to turn that campaign off. Then fast forward to a couple of months ago, I finally resolved our operational constraints, I've built out the team, we've got systems dialed in, so I decided it's time. I turned back on the exact same campaign, but £2,000 later, I had 0 calls booked, not one. So I checked the creative, I checked the targeting, I checked the funnel. Everything was fine, everything was identical. So let me show you what's changed, why it's changed, and how you can use this lesson to your advantage. People don't trust cold offers anymore. They've been burnt too many times by agencies that overpromise and courses that don't deliver. First is buying behavior. Second, ad costs went up. What used to cost $1 per click now costs $3 as an example. Third, everyone's running the same funnel. Book a call, watch a video sales letter, get pitched. Basically, people's guards are up the second they see this sort of stuff. As a result of those things compounding together, the old strategy has died. What I did is I kept on testing, and the strategy that's working for us right now is completely different, and it's centered around thought leader ads. So here's the difference. We're no longer shouting offers at cold traffic with standard ads. We're not focused on getting that call on day one. Think of it like this. The old way was walking up to someone at a networking event and immediately asking them to marry you. The new way is having a conversation first, then building some rapport, letting them see you know what you're talking about, and then just suggesting like coffee or something. Thought leadership ads let you do that at scale. So you build trust with cold traffic, you ideally get them engaging with you, then you get them DMing you instead of you DMing them, and they're going to be seeing your name repeatedly, then you can ask for the call. But this only works if the campaign is set up correctly. Most people boost a post and wonder why they're burning cash and getting no result at all. So let me show you the exact setup. So here's what we did. I posted a thought leadership post on my personal profile. Note here, not the company page. Now I centered it around the exact pain I know my target audience is dealing with, and then I boosted it using LinkedIn ads. And that sounds simple, but most people screw this up because of some really simple technical settings. So let me show you the 3 steps you need to get this right first time. Step 1, you're going to post the content to your personal LinkedIn profile. I'm going to run you through what the post looks like and how to write it properly in the next section. Step 2, go into the LinkedIn Ads Campaign Manager and click Create a Campaign. Step 3, you want to choose the engagement objective. Now, there are 5 very important reasons that we choose engagement as our objective. Firstly, it's one of the few objectives that lets you promote personal posts. So lead generation, for example, will not let you do this. Secondly, engagement as an objective is optimizing for people who will engage with your post. So they'll more likely leave comments and like that post. So you could choose brand awareness instead, but then it'll be optimizing for pure visibility. But as I'll show you in a minute, we want people to click on your ad as that sets us up for the secret step I mentioned earlier. Also, if someone interacts with your content, it's an indication that they're more active on LinkedIn, which means opening a conversation with them in DMs will be significantly easier. Also, the engagement objective adds a little follow button next to your name, which leads leads to you getting more followers, which then boosts the results of other organic strategies that you might be running. And finally, this is the real win. We frequently see a thought leadership ad improve in performance as it gets more likes. And this is because just the fact that that post has, let's say, 100+ likes, gives it inherent social proof. So if you're optimizing for more engagement, then that engagement will drive even more organic engagement. It creates this like positive feedback loop. So back to building out our campaign. Step 4, we need to build your audience. Best thing to do here as a really high level overview is to use job titles if you're targeting a specific role like the head of sales or VP of marketing, or use job function plus seniority if your audience is a little bit broader. So as an example, you could do marketing and then also director level. Quick tip, do not use or targeting here. I see this all the time and people unknowingly are targeting anyone at director level plus anyone in the marketing role. So basically that includes the intern who just started and the director of finance. It just doesn't make sense. Trust me, I see this all the time when auditing ad accounts. Also, if you want help so you don't fall for these problems, there's a link below if you want to apply to work with us. Now, ideally, we want to keep your audience size between about 50,000 and 500,000. Any smaller, and it's a bit harder to get volume, any bigger, and your audience is likely way too broad. There are obviously exceptions to this rule. Step 5, we're going to turn off the 2 checkboxes of death that LinkedIn auto enables, which are basically there just to burn your cache. The first is the LinkedIn Audience Network. This sticks your ads on random third-party websites and basically results in about 90% of your traffic being bots. Second is Audience Expansion, which shows your ads to people you haven't specified, which completely negates the point of you specifying your audience in the first place. Now, both of these checkboxes make your vanity metrics in the Ads Manager look incredible, whilst actual performance, things like sales calls, just disappear. So turn them off always. Step 6, and this one surprises most people, I've had campaigns that weren't working, so we increased their budget and overnight they popped off. I appreciate that doesn't make much sense, but the reason they weren't working was fairly counterintuitively that the spend was so low, the ads couldn't compete, which means they get served lower down the feed. So set your daily budget to at least $50 a day. Step 7, we need to add the creative that you posted to your profile. So when you get to the ad creative section, you'll see an option that says browse existing content. Just click on that and then LinkedIn will pull up recent posts from connected profiles. You can find your post or you can just paste the URL directly into the search bar and you can now boost that personal post via your company page is essentially how it works. Step 8, we want to double check those things. So we're going to double check your audience, your budget, and that audience network and expansion are turned off, and then you're ready to launch. Now, setting up the campaign correctly is the first step, obviously, but the content itself is what makes or breaks this whole approach. Most people just boost generic posts and then wonder why no one engages or it doesn't actually go anywhere. So here are 5 hacks that I've seen take thought leadership ads from flopping to converting, and these are all non-negotiable. Before I give you the hacks though, if you do want us to just set all of this up for you or guide you through setting up yourself, there is a link in the description to apply to work with us. I would be happy to help you out. So, hack number 1. One thing you'll learn very quickly is that if it looks like an ad, it probably won't work. So when it comes to creative for these ads, the best thing to do is to just use photos taken on your iPhone, something candid, slightly grainy, a selfie, behind the scenes shot, a screenshot of a Zoom call. If it's sloppy a little bit, it's good. Anything polished can kill performance. When someone's scrolling through LinkedIn, they're used to that sort of polished corporate look and it starts to become white noise. Your brain starts to filter it out. But when they see something that's a bit raw and personal, it breaks that pattern and as a result they stop, and that's all we need. It would be the reverse if everyone was pasting everything grainy. Then if you did something really polished, it would stand out. Basically, we're trying to do what everyone else isn't doing. Something like that, you know what I mean. Hack number 2, the structure of the post matters. We basically want to tell a story, and this is how we're going to do it. Firstly, you want to start off with a hook, something that's contrarian or highlights a pain your audience feels right now. So for example, LinkedIn ads stopped working for me, or I wasted 10 grand before I figured this out. That sort of stops the scroll and gets their initial interest. Then what we want to do is set the stakes. So what was at risk, what problem were you facing. So for example, I spent $2,000 and got 0 calls. That creates some tension. People want to sort of know what happened next, how you overcame that. Then you want to explain the journey. So what forced you to change? What did you try? This is where you're kind of showing that you're credible. You're not selling theory, you're just proving that you can resolve their pain. Then you want to deliver the lesson. So what changed as a result of the different things you did? So for example, I switched to thought leadership ads and now I'm booking calls at £200 or dollars each. That's sort of the payoff. And then you deliver your call to action, which brings me on to the next hack. So hack number 3, you want to include a link in the post text. So most people don't know this, but you can drop a link directly into the body of a thought leadership ad. So when you post it, add the link in there. And this is how you can turn those impressions into booked calls. At the end of your post, you just need to say something like, if you want the full breakdown, grab my free guide here, and then you just drop the link. The key is that the link is the natural next step after you've delivered the value. If the post is just a thinly veiled pitch, people will ignore it. But if you tell a story, you teach something useful, or give an insight that really resonates with them, then you offer a relevant next step, people will click. Hack number 4, and I've already said this, I know, but I'm saying it again because people ignore it and then they complain their ads don't work. LinkedIn is auction based. Low budget means low bid, which means bad impressions, unfavorable placements. So a minimum of $50 a day for any given campaign. If you have a smaller budget, you are better off running fewer campaigns and focusing your ad spend in one place. Hack number 5, prompt people to DM you an action word. So at the end of your post, you can include a second call to action, DM me the word, and then you put an action word. So for example, framework, and I'll send it over, or DM me help and let's figure it out. This gives people a really low commitment way to engage, and it gives them the choice of how they want to engage. They can either click the link or they can just send you the DM. And once someone does DM you, you're in a conversation. So you're not a stranger anymore. That dramatically increases the chances that they book a call later. Now, most people screw this up by automating the response or being too scripted. You don't want to do that. It kills the trust that you just built. So you want to reply personally. I'll show you exactly how in a second, because this is where the real money gets made. So at this point, you've got a thought leadership ad running, you're getting engagement, you're getting DMs, maybe some calls are starting to come in. But most of that traffic is slowly going cold. They saw your post, they liked it, and then they kind of moved on. So let me show you the strategy that turned a cost per call of £800 into 200, and this is the secret that makes the whole system profitable. So when I launched our latest campaign, we got a call booked within the first couple of days. We also had about 15 people DM me. But that first call cost me roughly £800 to acquire, and our internal benchmark and historic average was about 200. It was actually around about 180. So I wanted to figure out how I could bring that back down. So I deployed a strategy we have been using for years, and on the very same day, our cost per call dropped from 800 to 200. Same campaign, same targeting, same creative. And the calls were higher quality than I'd experienced before because they'd seen multiple pieces of content already from us, so they showed up more primed to buy. So let me show you what the secret extra step is. First, I went through each of those DM leads personally, so the people who had messaged me. Now, I did not use AI, I did not use templated messages. For some people, I recorded a personal Loom video, just 2 minutes long, highlighting something I could see they needed help with. For others, I just sent a voice message. Do this on the app on your phone, roughly 30 seconds, just talking to them like I'm talking to a friend. And on that same day, I turned 3 more of those leads into booked calls immediately. What was the reason? Well, it was because everyone else is automating this step. When you actually show up as a human, you stand out. Now I know what you're thinking, that doesn't scale, and you're kind of right, but at this stage, you're getting 10 or 15 leads. Each one could be worth tens or hundreds of thousands to your business. Now the next step, second thing I did, is I built remarketing audiences. So after about a week of running that initial campaign, LinkedIn had tracked everyone who engaged, comment, liked, clicked, watched videos. And remember earlier when I mentioned choosing engagement, this is what I was talking about. So what I did did is I went into the LinkedIn Ads Manager and I built out a matched audience of everyone who engaged with that original thought leadership ad that we set up earlier. Now, people who've interacted with that post have shown an interest in the problem we help resolve, as that's what our post was about. And they've also shown they're active on LinkedIn. So we can now turn that cold traffic into warm traffic. So then what I did is I ran remarketing campaigns to those audiences. If you don't know what that means, it basically means to continually advertise to again and again. But I didn't run the same thought leadership ad again. They'd already seen that. So what we did is we ran a mix of video ads, which are just me on the camera saying, hey, you saw my recent post about blah, 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 and I want to help you implement this. Book a call here with me. It's very, very direct. I also ran single image ads with testimonials and social proof. And finally, I set up message ads to automatically drop DMs at scale into people's inboxes, inviting them to a call. This is how you make those other steps way more scalable. This step will halve your cost per call, and it also increases your close rates at the same time because it's passively building up trust. So here's how the full system works. You use thought leader ads to cold traffic, to capture attention and build your remarketing audiences. You will generate calls from here and you will get DMs, but the goal is to get the click for your remarketing audiences. Then you follow up manually via DMs with highly personalized, non-fakeable methods. You then retarget everyone else with campaigns that push directly to book a call. The thought leader ad fills the top of the funnel, the manual follow-up converts the hottest leads, and the remarketing converts everyone else over a longer time horizon. And the longer you run this, the better it gets. But here's one final valuable lesson I've learned from all of those years and all of that spend. The ads aren't the biggest factor in success. What matters far more is your offer and your overall system of lead acquisition. This is just one part of it. Thankfully, in this video here, I cover the end-to-end framework we use, which will set you up with the most efficient and effective system for client acquisition. Or if you want us to just set it all up for you, there's a link in the description to apply to work with us.